Ugh. What's up, Zilly? Oh, you're like, I'm tired. Ugh. But I didn't want to cancel like 2 streams in a row. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. So here we are, giving it a bit of a try. He's dueling prime. Pretty sure. Uh, woke up early to go to the vet. We did blood work as a just to make sure everything came back healthy. They're just like they're like his blood work. They were impressed. They were like, for a dog that's about to turn 13 in a couple months, they were. Which is kind of gratifying because it means that all the effort I do, you know, is working out. But having to spend like 200 to be told that your dog's healthy is a little rough. That's a little rough. Yeah, that one's so good. I have that one on the playlist. That's so good. Cause they did all the Blood Raven ones are like kind of memey. Because like it cracks me up. The Blood Ravens like because of some fucking Dawn of War games. It's just like they just the community has been like, yeah, no, well, to be fair, there's actual lore to back it up too, but they just like go around taking people's stuff and they're just like, oh shit, that looks kind of cool. For knowledge, takes it. So I love it. So all the Blood Raven songs are really good. Wait, does the leap is traversal, isn't it? Wait, does it not work because he's not? Yeah, it's traversal. Wait, am I not wearing it? Oh, this isn't the summon one, right? I have the paste boots on. Yeah, I'll queue it up. It's on the playlist. It's so good. When I saw that one, because I didn't see it, because it was what call it? It was one like the recommended videos that popped up on YouTube, and then when I found their Spotify, I saw the hippity hoppity one. I was like, I found the lyrics anthem for the Warhammer universe. Oh my god, that hurt. Oh my god, not this one. This isn't good. I already killed most of that. I have to try to wrangle these guys. Nice. That could have gone a lot worse, to be honest. I suck. It cracks me up. I'm gonna hold on to that. Because there's a reflect build. I don't know if we'll use it though. The hilarious part of that is if you don't know what a dreadnought is, a dreadnought in Warhammer 40k, uh A Warhammer in 40k is a space marine who basically took like basically should have died technically, but just didn't die, and got basically entombed into a coffin that got installed into what's like, I guess you'd call it like a miniature fucking. I wouldn't really say it's a miniature Gundam. I guess it's closer to probably like a gun tank, but it's just like it's a dude in a fucking mech basically. And the song is like, yeah, they saw it, nobody was looking, so they just took fucking Dreadnought. Probably while I was sleeping. They're just like, oh shit. They're just like, finders keepers. Wait, I have +1 earthquake on this? I do have +1 earthquake on there. What the fuck? I didn't know that. Oh, that's where the +4 was coming from. Shit, what comes off from that? We lost the point, I think, out of the initial slam, which isn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, I've been very people happy clap at all like uh Warhammer stuff. That's the other funny part with Blood Ravens. That's just like, yeah, that's a heretical thing, and they're just like, oh, heretical thing, you say? Someone should keep that for safekeeping. And Inquisitor's like, or we could just burn it, and it's they turn around and they look and the Blood Ravens are gone, and so is whatever the Inquisitors wanted to destroy. They're just like, thanks. Bro, Blood Ravens are hilarious. There is a Dawn of War 4 that I might get when it comes out. I loved Dawn of War 1 and 2. I never got Dawn of War 3 because I heard it was a nightmare and then it never really went on sale, so I just didn't care. Whatchamacallit? So I'm hoping they learn from their mistakes with Dawn of War 3. Because they kind of took out some of the like the strategy. From what I understood, they made it more of a like MOBA feel than a an actual like strategy game. Because like Dawn of War 1 was more like Age of Empires, if I had to say. Dawn of War 2 was more like Warcraft 3. And then Dawn of War 3 apparently leaned even more so into the heroes thing, and a lot of people didn't like that. And he's just gonna kill all the motherfuckers he can. Oh, yeah. I think a bunch of people playing Hollow Knight for the first time since. Oh, is that why Doki Bird's playing it? I thought I saw a tweet where she was streaming Hollow Knight. Okay, that one's actually worth keeping. Actually, I think I've seen a couple people playing it. I guess I would. Wait, when's the actual date for Silk Song? I didn't really look at any trailers or anything. 15% is worth holding on. That one, not so much. 16%. September. Dog, that's wild. That's such a trip for being a Hollow Knight fan. You go forever. They drop a trailer like 30 years ago. They give you like next to no information. They like kind of replay the same trailer over and over again just in case you forgot it existed. And then out of nowhere, they're like, boom, demo at a convention. It comes out in like 2 weeks. Peace. I'd lose my mind. I'd be going insane, honestly. Like, that's wild. I kind of want to use this, but we lose the poison resistance. A lot of it. On my right side brain, all the time. Do like northern lights, up so high, skywalking. Jedi Knights on Millennium Falcon. Feels tonight, I'm very morning. Gotta walk around my mind, the thoughts into open. I'm alive, I'm in your eyes. Baby, my kryptonite. All right now with you. Northern lights up so high, we skywalking. Jedi Knights on Millennium Falcon. This just feels right. This just feels right. Northern lights up so high, we skywalking. Jedi Knights on Millennium Falcon. 2 hours off an adventure for Vern. Oh, you know, I did my I opened Grand Blue Fantasy earlier, and I was like, I need to do something that wasn't the skips, and it's the Vern Walker. That's gonna take me a bit to get used to. Oh, we got the little fucking. We got the little Kappa, bro. We got the little Kappa homie. Does he show up on the thing? He shows up on the thing. Let's go. Joy and Calytinium are pals as well. Oh, that's pretty. That's a very stacked lineup. Acceptable. Thumbs up. I need a better main hand though. Oh my god. I ate the damage, but I somehow have like 100 something more. I'm confused. I don't even know where they came from. What am I getting? What did I put on the... I didn't put anything on. Why am I getting ward? I put this on, but that doesn't give me a ward. Uh-oh. What are you waiting for? Or he'll just like instantly one-shot them with a swipe. That works too. Oh. Expecting him to just get slapped out of existence like that. Oh. But yeah, apparently there's something in this area that he has actual allergies to. Which is interesting. But that's not an issue we've ever had before. Did they fix him? Of course I didn't. You know what? I'm gonna like take him around so he looks at all of them once. So that way when we get... Okay, nice. Nice. Ooh, do we want the Grand Idol drop? What is... That's a huge idol. Grand Idol, I think, is the... Yeah, I think that's like the 4 square one, so no, we don't want that. We'll keep current. Ribbons of blood. Ribbons of blood. But yeah, so it's basically seems it's just like allergies to something. They checked him out, blood work came back, he was completely healthy, so uh no parasites, no organs having issues, none of that nonsense. Um what else? Wait, did I finish doing all of the maps I put the but we got like over the counter allergy stuff that they recommended. Oh, this was the last one. Okay. And he's had some scratching, but the issue is that he doesn't spend time near me. I guess I'll see how he is now. Though it seems that like, because like we gave them the medicine around like 1, and it seems to be like in full effect kind of now, because he's kind of been a little derpy, a little loopy, which I'm not too big of a fan of. But if it helps him with the allergy stuff, then that'll be nice. Because his scratching was like, it wasn't bad enough to like he wasn't overly scratching it to the point where he was like bleeding or anything. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, that scared me. I think that's like the T-Rex we can summon if we get the other relic. But yeah. We also got these like little puppy wipes, like for Arm & Hammer that are made with like the bases with coconut water, which is supposed to help with like soothing, you know, itchiness and skins and stuff like that. So I've been wiping them down like after coming back in from like walks and stuff, because we don't know what's causing it, unfortunately. So it's not like I can like, because like for instance, if it's a specific like bush that we have like planted in it, like for instance, there's a tree in our backyard that has like flowers. Like if we could figure out if that's what the cause is, then we could just like remove the tree. But if it's like all the pine trees that are in the area, or just like the other tree types, oh that the rift is there. Then I can't just like upend all the trees in the area. Oh shit. But yeah, I don't. It's just really weird because in the like 12+ years I've owned him, this has never been a thing. We've never had this issue. So I was like, what is going on with my dog? Because he even got like 2 bumps, which apparently is just like cyst fluids from allergies that can develop. So oh, oh never mind, he just flopped over. I couldn't tell if the noise he was making was because he was adjusting to scratch himself, or he was just like flopping in bed, and he was just flopping in the bed. But yeah, so hopefully though he doesn't have like an adverse reaction or anything. He's been fine because he's like we got him some whatchamacallit. We got like the baby food for peas and carrots. I mixed that. Because the problem is that my dog also he's always had like a sensitive stomach. And then he's getting old, so that kind of stuff just gets exacerbated. But yeah. It's still kind of good to know that at least like all the well, not necessarily issues, but all the, the pain of making sure the food is good and, keeping track of, like, paying attention to his health and how he's doing is, it feels gratifying that he's, like, this old. And they're like, he's, like, super healthy. And it's like, cool. Nice. To be honest, my main concern was that, like, because, like, the bumps on the skin and stuff, they could have been tumors or something. The vet said they felt like cysts, so like it was nothing to be concerned, and nothing showed up on. Well, I don't know how much of that would show up on a blood work exam, but didn't seem like, at least the way he was and all that, didn't raise any cause for concerns. But that was my concern, was that it was gonna pop up that he had something like that developing or something. Because my dog that I had growing up, that's what happened. He had like I think it was on his tail. He was a boxer, and I think he developed like some cancer on his tail, and then it ended up that we had to do a thing where they like chopped his tail off. Well, what was left of it, the little nub. So he didn't have a nub for his butt. And then it came back later, like when he got older, and we basically had to end up putting him down because of it, because it was just too far gone. So I was a little apprehensive about like that part of it. I was like, oh shit, is it that time? But it was in fact not time for that. Yeah, so many builds are using this. Because it's just a really good dagger. Yeah, this is what I want. We can't afford it yet. Well, technically, this is what you want for the build. Because then if you can get it to roll like 50% or higher, you can get, plus 50%. And if you get these to roll like they're supposed to, like this one's like so low. They can roll up to like 20%. So if you get like 2 of these that are 20%, I forgot to like put my soju bottles in recycling, so if you heard that, no you didn't. And you have like this at 50%, it just juices all of your stuff. But I want to fuck around with the T-Rex, honestly. Well, I want to see if I can summon the T-Rex, because I actually don't know if we can summon the T-Rex because of the passives I have. I also want to try the frog build at some point. Because I've heard they're really strong.
The hunt never ends, traveler.
Did you stand forward? Did you stand forward? I have a shit ton of HP. Wonder how I get so much HP. Death Stranding 2 came out this year, so that will end up game of the year due to never-ending simping for Kojima, Garza. I don't know, maybe this will be the year. You got the Donkey Kong, you got the obscure game. Who knows, maybe this will be the time where he's finally like, you know what, Kojima, you do good work, but sometimes we gotta let other people have some fun. Doubtful, but you never know. I still didn't play Death Stranding 1. I own it. They gave it away for free on Epic like a while back. Oh shit. Not touchy. Oh, he did the blade thing. I wish we could have like his move. I was like okay, thank you. I don't know how I feel about them having that big of a fucking anyway. Those whatchamacallit, those rock golem dudes, these guys, they have this move that they shoot out this like void strike in a straight line that then comes back. Kind of wish we had something like that, like as a player character. Give me the bolt. Honestly, you got a lot of buffs. Might be able to get the relic after this. I don't know if we'll be able to get another like 2k off of it, but we're getting a lot. No, we won't get enough. Maybe the next time we run into it, we'll be able to get enough.
Chance to breathe.
I love the bear. I love the bear.
Find
Yeah, oh, we were 11k. Oh, we need 13k anyway. No, that's fine. No. This one we might use. Because I think we can just put minion attack on the gloves. Yeah, minion damage. And then we get... The lightning res is kind of a waste. But
good trading with you.
that'll be fine. Honestly, I kind of debated on streaming this today. Because honestly, I need to get around to working on doing like Guild Wars 2. I kind of want to get back into Guild Wars 2. Oh, wait, I think they buffed the XP tomes. Those definitely did not give 11,000 before. I swear they were like 5,000 or something. But I kind of want to get back in the swing of like playing an MMO for whatchamacallit. Where's the necklace? Or Blue Protocol comes out. Increased minion damage and cold resistance. But I don't think it's as good as +1 all skills. Because you generally want it with crit. Yeah. High crit chance. We can hold on to it. I mean, we can try it. Problem is we lose like one and everything. Which is a bit rough. Probably lose another point of that later. To be fair, for the most part, we have a lot of extra points, so it's not that big of a deal. This one, I think we lost. What did we lose? Oh, 1 point here. So it's not 100% lightning damage. Honestly, I want to play Death Stranding because I have it, but at the same point, like, I've watched the gameplay of it, like, from people playing it over time, and I won't lie, it's never, like, really, at least from, like, watching it, it's never really caught my attention of, like, something I want to play. I don't know if it's one of those cases where, like, you know, watching someone else play it isn't, like, doesn't make it seem enjoyable, but then when you actually play it, you're like, oh, hey, this shit's not that bad. 'Cause I've had that happen a couple times. Ooh. We don't have resistances. We need resistances. Oh, my potion's what's giving me ward. Oh, that one's actually usable. Elemental resistance and necrotic resistance are both pretty good. I have. Oh, the scorpion died and his slam still went off? What the hell? That's a load of shit. Also, apparently there's a Lords of the Fallen too. I didn't watch the... There was like a YouTube short that was the title. I didn't watch it because I was like, I don't want to know. But I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a while since the reboot kicked off. That's actually a pretty good ring. Actually a pretty good ring. Pretty good in the fact that it's like an upgrade for me. Brother, that's such a load of garbage. The thing's dead. We don't really need helmets for a while because we got a really good upgrade. I think there's strength on that helmet too, wasn't there? Vitality. Still good. I think there's still the bug where like some things are getting miniaturized. I don't know why sometimes it gets cancelled when they die, and then other times it doesn't get cancelled when they die. Ooh, that kind of sucks. That ate a lot of forging potential, really, like a lot faster than I was expecting. I'll go back to this, just because the extra resistances are going to be really helpful. Oh, we lose a lot of physical resistance, though. And ours is actually kind of low right now. I like the Dino Home. It's one of my favorites. Oh, right, the ring was the other thing I wanted to upgrade. I still want to try play. But from what I've seen, it's apparently... There's a pair of boots that you really want to have. And since I didn't, league start it, I'm just like... I'll stick with the bear. I think the bear should be fine. I just need, like, better gear, which we're slowly getting. Because I think I need to be level 79. Like, it needs to be a level 79 area for the boots to drop. Don't want to do that one. Oh. Permanently adds the void nemesis to pull the nemesis you may encounter and improve the chance for rare exalted items. I'm gonna make a mess. No. I don't think we can handle that one. That one just keeps summoning a bunch of champions. I'm pretty sure we'd die. And our build isn't really good for this one. You know what? We'll do it just cause. Because right now, really what we need is points more than anything. Oh. Wait, was that? Oh. That's kind of sick. Yeah, that was new. We just unlocked it. At least I didn't see it earlier. That's kind of neat. Kind of helps with the RNG grind a little bit. I'm trying to get faded, baby. This ain't gonna do shit. Drink don't need no mix. I need more than this. I'm trying to get faded, baby. This ain't gonna do shit. The drink don't need no mix. That's pretty good. I'm thinking our resistance is a little better. Oh no. Which one is it? This one? Yeah. Yeah, there's like no resistances on that. So. And it already has like T5 minion damage, so I'll put. There we go. Alright. No! That took 20. Brother! If we went from using one to using everything left, that could have been such a good ring, and then it's. I'm devastated, bro. I'm actually devastated. That could have been such a good ring. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. That could have been such a good ring. And it just instantly consumed all the forging potential in one go. That's insane. All the years away from what I know. Just a man.
Yes.
His life. Nice on a way. Just a man.
Take care.
When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a flame? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does a reason become the blame? The man become a monster. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm a monster. When does a man become a monster? He was about to cast his flamethrower breath at me, and my bear was like, "Stop that!" Slaps him back of the head. Yeah, having the traversal thing's gonna be so nice because the bear, when stuff's trying to like murder me, or when I'm trying to chase this shit down, it'll be a lot easier. Oh, the shoot. I still kind of want to YOLO together like a Forge Strike build that's not just like a minion build. I just don't know if it's possible because I don't know if there's enough nodes on the in the skill itself that's not minion focused for it to actually be a real damage skill.
Freedom at last. I did nothing wrong.
You sure did. You tried to attack my bear. Fucking rude. I'm kind of sad that the bear doesn't use the MTX skin for a swipe. Mm.
I must
Hehe.
break free.
Increase aspect of the shark effect and physical resistance. But we lose too much of the other resistances. The necrotic resistance we can afford to lose, but not the poison resistance because we're not even capped on it yet. So we'll just leave it be. More sober up, giving you time. Just feels far enough. Put it in the chorus. Maserati. We gotta do plans, plans. We wanna do Malibu. Really cool. Oh, this one. That was a little spicy. Definitely almost died a handful of times. Turning up is easy. Turning up the Commodore. Nobody for your side. Little too much. Little too much. Time of my life. Sorry. Don't wanna sober up. Alright, it was this into this into this into this. Yeah, that's a warning. Something. That's what I thought. I also want this just because it's a good form of yeah. Grab these two. I think that might get me killed, but it'll be fine. Uh, and then once that, we'll do like 3 points here, and then go up this way, and then block off the arena keys and shit. Alright, so we do lose some lightning resistance. Why is this health? Oh, that would have been so good because I had elemental res. No. Nice, that's what I wanted. Put that on for now. Probably won't actually save us from something, but you never know. It might leave us at like 1 HP instead of just outright killing us. Yes, understood. Yes. Oh, actually, now that we can reforge them, there's an actual reason to collect, like, quote-unquote bad heirlooms. Or bad idols. As long as they're the right overall type. Uh... But it doesn't really matter. Oh, that tripped me up so badly. I saw it like flicker, and I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Fantastic work. For most suspected crimes,
329, not like
looked
the
like that
worst,
in my
but not the best
reports.
either.
Now about those soul embers.
I forget what level I need to be for some of these. 64. Alright. But we're in a level 62 area? 66, alright.
Fantastic
Uh,
work. For most
I'm gonna slow
suspected
gamble with
crimes,
the
a red
dagger,
light when I give him
if
my
there is one.
report.
I think
Now
that's the
about
bay.
those
Oh no, it's a
soul
one-headed sword.
embers. Oh, lucky you.
Damn. Not what we needed.
Yeah, lucky you.
This would be like usable if it wasn't for the fact that I can't use. I'm not doing a bleed build. And if this was just minion crit chance, that would have been really nice. It's like plus 20 strength on that. Though the resistances are kind of leave a bit to be desired, honestly. Just a little bit.
Oh, lucky you.
Percent increased minion move speed. Bleed inflicted. Oh, it's a falconry one. Huh. Yeah, so we can hold on to these to reforge them when we get the shrine things. That's actually a really good addition, to be honest. Because it gives you more reasons to, especially early on, it gives more value to to doing the shrine things early. Oh, I never put these back in. You go there. I don't even remember where I had points for this. Oh, you know, I'll take that. More crit on the bear. I'm assuming it affects the bear. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Wish I could get paid for just being a procrastinator. That'd be nice. I feel like this is gonna be kind of. Never mind. No, never mind. He kind of got folded. Holy, what the hell did I just see? My bear. He's like, hold up, hold my beer. I still don't like being able to get like item level 81 shit. Like when I'm not near that level. I can buy you. Like, I wouldn't mind if I was like, you know, level 75 or something. Or something like that. But being like level 65, it'll be a while before we hit 81. So, change. Mousy. Hello. Thank you for the raid. How was stream? How was game? Oh, Fantasy Life? Did you have fun? I want to get that game. Oh, sorry, I'm a little low energy. I'm tired. These last couple days I've had to get up early and do stuff and not get much sleep. Oh, we can technically already do this, but I kind of want to this. Oh, yeah, that was pain. That could have killed me. That stunned me one more time. I was dead. Pretty much leveling. Everything else is okay. Yeah, I mean, I had a vet appointment for the dog today. I had to get up early just to basically be told that he's the picture of health. And that it's probably just allergies that's causing him to have all the issues he's going through. So, on one hand, yay. On the other hand, sad. Lost sleep. That is a little pricey to be all that, but at his age, it's kind of like a better safe than sorry kind of thing. Especially because it's the first time he's ever had these symptoms, so I'll just take it as a proof that we're doing alright. He's like conked out because I'm pretty sure like the allergy medicine is like in full force right now. And he's just like out of it. What the fuck was that? He just rolls up and just yeets out a fucking... It's the dinosaur. It's the dinosaur. I won't lie, I was kind of afraid. My character's like too squishy. My bear is an absolute unit. My actual character though, kinda useless. This piece of garbage. Fucking just rolls up. Almost kills me. Fucking rude. I think that could be weird. Okay. Oh, a virus. Hello. Are you in class again? Or on the break? Oh god, I'm so tired, sorry. Didn't mean to yawn the bed. normally do damage over time. Oh, well, that's an axe. Okay. Definitely looks like a dagger, but that's an axe apparently. I'm just in class and trying to ditch. Oh, bruh, you better sit down, focus up. I expect a 62-page report, 11 size font, no double space, half-inch margins by tomorrow on what happened in class today. Oh, he's still kind of out of it. He was basically snoring, and then I just randomly woke up. Don't wanna too bad. That's too damn bad. You're there for the knowledge. Not doing that. I'm writing an email to your professor as we speak. Been like, a virus, Kato would like to do this as an assignment. Already knew whatever they're teaching. Refresher. Wait, so then why are you taking the class again? Second, got a bad itch. Made an Excel sheet with automated formulas. Uh, I was redabbling. Well, in Google Sheets, I was just trying to refresh myself on all the different shenanigans while I was setting up a spreadsheet for a gotcha game I play. It's like a data analyst class. We're stuck on Excel modules. Well, it's kind of what data analysts do. Like look at spreadsheets. I was running around scared for my life. I don't know. I've taken a couple of courses sometimes where I'm like, I already know all this, but I'd still like pay attention just in case. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes it's still like, oh, damn, didn't know that. How long was it last for? 4 seconds. I really don't think that's worth. But I don't feel like taking that point out just yet. Literally reading. Oh, that's the worst. That's actually the worst. At that point, I'm like, why am I even here? Like, you could have just given me the slides. I'll read them myself. appreciate y'all. Y'all don't kill. Not motivated at all. Yeah. You know what? If he's just reading off the slides, warranted. Game so far, it goes. I'm trying a rendition off of a build because I wanted to do something with like lightning and the bear, and the bear is potent. He is a unit. He is doing his job. My actual character, liability. If he gets looked at and sneezed at a little too hard, he dies. So I need to like rectify that problem a bit. But that requires grinding. But I don't know how much more of this game I'm gonna play. I want to get back into Guild Wars 2, honestly. I don't know, I have such a I've mentioned it before. I have such a weird tick for this game where I thoroughly enjoy it. I think the systems are great. I really like the class designs and stuff like that, but for whatever reason, whenever it's like time to like do a new season, new league or whatever, it's like I play for like a day or two and I'm already kind of like tapped out. Not and it's and I think part of it is just because like there's another game I want to play. Well, there's a pretty decent list of games I want to be playing, but yeah. I was gonna play Guild Wars 2 tonight instead of this, but I didn't. My brain's like so dead that I was like, I don't know if I want to do Guild Wars right now. I don't know if I want to do Guild Wars 2 right now. I just need to find another game to last me another week. Honestly, I probably would have done some Limbus Company, but yeah, there's a maintenance. And I'm still trying to learn how to play that game. But there's a maintenance right now. Or at least there was. Like, it started like an hour before stream, and I think it goes for like a couple hours. But yeah, no, they made it so the bear can cast Earthquake. He does angry stompies and kills everything. And I was like, yes, please. Oh, that was the ambush thing. Nice. Sick. Get fucked, nerd. Honestly, that HP wasn't as much as wasn't much more than I was expecting. Ooh. That's actually an upgrade. Oh, well, not really. Fuck. There's like a lot of resistances that we lose. Cheat. Shut. Oh well. We'll go with the flow. When in doubt, go with the flow. Otherwise, roll the detail. But like, there is no flow. That's the problem. I just looked at it and I was like, it's basically a stagnant pool. There is no flow. It's just there. Oops. But yeah, it's just because have you seen the Blue Protocol? I don't know if you're interested in it at all, Virus. Blue Protocol Star Resonance. I think is what it's called now. Oh, that's the cold damage for Warbear. Blue Protocol. It was like an anime MMO that was originally made by like Bandai. That basically they released it. The paywalls and the grind was too much even for Japanese players, so I think it lasted like maybe a couple months in Japan and never made it to global release. And they had announced that it was gonna have a global release like a couple months after the JP release. Apparently there was a Chinese company that had been working on like a mobile like edition for it when it went under, and they acquired the rights, and then and they've changed some stuff on it, but it's called Blue Pro. It's like Blue. Yeah, if I can speak fucking English. Blue Protocol Star Resonance, I think is the entire thing. I'm pretty sure if you just like Google Blue Protocol and then put star after it, it'll pop up. But it's supposed to be like an MMO. It's in closed beta at the moment. I think people are saying it's supposed to release in October. Came out with, yeah, the original one was canceled. There's like a different version now. Like if you look up for Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Because if you just look up Blue Protocol, you'll get like the canceled stuff. It's that game. And I'm trying to find people who want to play it. Or just at the very least to have be like, would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior Blue Protocol? I don't know. I've been wanting to play an MMO for a while. And that one looks kind of fun. So even though I own whatchamacallit, I own Guild Wars too, and some of the DLCs, and I haven't played through everything. But it's just like, I don't know. It looked fun. So I'm trying to see if other people want to play it. Level 69. Hey. I lose a lot of resistance to taking that belt off, though. Oh. Not as much as I was expecting, actually. Where's the cold resistance coming from? The boots. Oh, I'm not level 69 yet. I have to get to level 69 to upgrade it, you know? Close. We're close to the peak. We have 3 more levels before we reach max capacity. Looking forward to Blue Protocol. Yeah, I was watching Miru play the closed beta, which I didn't even know was a thing because I had followed Blue Protocol pretty closely before it released in Japan. Then the JP version released, and when I saw the like kind of quasi shit show that it was, I kind of slowly stopped paying attention to it. And then it ended up, then it was like, oh, well, EOS, end of service. So I just completely stopped paying attention to Blue Protocol. So the fact that there was a Blue Protocol that just kind of came out of nowhere, I was like, what? It RKO'd me mentally. Boop. And and so I missed out on like the pre-signups for the closed beta to try to get in. And then all that's left is apparently they're gonna do like some giveaways, but I never win giveaways, so I don't really pay attention to that. Yeah. No, you bastard. There we go. Kit with the region is not supported? Oh, hell. Time to get the VPN. I wonder if it's just because of the website specifically. Because I think people were saying it wasn't. Well, I don't remember. It might be region lock. I don't fucking know. As someone who does their best to get around region locks, I don't pay attention to this. Like I'm playing a Korean like gotcha game at the moment while I wait for the global version to release. Yeah, that's technically region lock, but yeah. They don't try too hard. You just need a VPN when you log in the first time, and then they're just like, yep, you're clear. God, pain. Boots? That could actually come in handy. Yeah, we'll do the boots because we need like unique boots. Actually, there is a region lock that I somehow got around the first time, and I've been too lazy to re-Google how to get around it again, which was Princess Connect. I used to play on the JP version before the global version came out, and then the global version went kaput. So the only way to play it now is on the JP version, which I still think to this day they should just open it up and then just put an English translation, and they'd probably make money. Looking at you, Grand Blue. You know, looking at an example. I'm still really curious why like Grand Blue Fantasy is kind of like their exception to the stuff. Because I'm saying in Grand Blue Fantasy, they even said that the reason they did the English translation was because of the sheer amount of overseas IP addresses they were getting. Because I remember being on like the forum where people who knew Japanese were like screenshotting like whenever there's new weapons or new screens or stuff, and then like translating it, so that way we could, you know, the rest of us could play the game without guessing. Hey. No, I don't want to time travel. Oh, actually, do I have enough for the thing?
What did the beast yield?
No, I don't. But I should get enough of this run.
Makes me eager for our next hunt.
I just don't know if it'll be worth just because we lose the plus level. Oh, what are you doing, Bear? Save me. Expect the reach to be that far. I don't know. I think for like mobile games in general, I think it's just like an issue with the fact that it's like through Chrome or through Google with the App Store and stuff that might cause issues. Because Grand Blue Fantasy, for instance, is a browser-based game. So, and it's done through, I think for the most part through them. Like they have their own thing for it. I know it's like, what is it, Mobeg or whatever? I don't know what that is in Japan, like what kind of company it is in Japan. But like I think that's where the monetization goes through and not Google, even though you can use Google because that's how I bought a Pig ticket once. But like it's just really weird because like Princess Connect had the same thing. Princess Connect actually has a really big global scene on the JP server. Like it had a really sizable presence before there was like an actual global version. Because to be honest, Cygame is like one of the few mobile game companies I've seen where people like globally will play their games before there's even a hint of them having a global release. Because they usually make pretty good games. Like for gacha games. I mean, you know, we're talking about Umamase people. We all know how that's going so far. They're definitely making a shit ton of money off of that. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there has to be something else involved because like Grand Blue Fantasy has such a big global scene that, and they just went like, oh, instead of making a global server, we'll just translate. We'll just add an English translation to ours because like everything in Grand Blue is like JP time. Like the resets and stuff is like 2 p.m. for me. Or no, 3 p.m. now. 2 p.m. when like time changes. But it's just like I was just like, I don't know, I find it really odd. I feel like in this day and age, like global servers is a bit of like an outdated concept for gacha games. Like I feel like just having a server and then just doing English translations or language translations has to be cheaper than doing like a global version. It would kind of depend on the type of game. You really wouldn't be able to do that with like games like Genshin and Wu and stuff like that where it's pretty reaction based. Like you could, but people wouldn't be happy.
Fine choice.
Yep.
Until next time, traveler.
Oh, we can have both. Sick. I didn't know we could still get the T-Rex because I have stuff that lets me only have one companion. Oh, darn. No, I can't use it. It makes my bear way weaker. Damn. It makes it way weaker. His earthquake hit for like 5,000 instead of like 50k. Because I think you can have it, but I think it deactivates like this and natural bond, which is 160% extra damage. They already got in. If it fixed, don't. If it broke, don't fix it. Bro, I butchered that sentence in my mind. Yeah, I do know there's very few games that like actively, like at least in the mobile scene that I've seen that actively try to keep uh like the global community out. A lot of times it's usually more just a case of for show. Cause like for instance, Korean like games, you're technically not supposed to be able to play them without being in like Korea with all their laws and stuff. But most of the games, like all you really need for like the mobile ones is just a VPN to use when you log in the first time, and then after that you don't need a VPN anymore. Because I've played a couple of the Korean gacha games over the years. And a lot of times there's a pretty hefty like C community for the gacha games, so they tend to make like English patch translations, like unofficial ones that you can put. So it's actually like a lot easier now to do it. But I don't know, like I feel like there has to be some sort of like international issue, like for business and stuff that probably just makes it that easier long term to to be. Are you shitting me, you piece of fucking garbage? Why do you have like 32 fucking teleports? Face me like a man, you sissy. That's the one like mage dude I hate fighting. Because they just like teleport, like they just like dash. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Like there has to be some sort of like logistics in there to keep more people from doing it. I don't know. I just know it kind of sucks because Princess Connect is kind of fun. And that's like it's like the only game of its like there's other games that use some features of it, but it's like the only game that has all of them in one. And I have kind of missed having the character from it. I really wish they would just do another Princess Connect collab with Grand Blue and then just put Christina as a playable character, so I can be happy. And then they wouldn't have to do a collab gotcha because they don't got to give people money because it's an in-house collab. Finger guns. Yeah, right. They'd still collab gotcha. I'm ready for them to do like an Umamase collab and then be like, yeah, here's a collab gotcha for it, and then everybody's gonna lose their fucking minds about it. You have to pay yourself more money. That would be, I would honestly, I think if they ever did that, if they ever did another Shadowverse, like if they ever did another collab with like in-house basically with another Cygames mobile game, and then there's still the collab gotcha, I want to see the absolute shit show that would proc on the internet because of that. Because that would be hilarious as fuck. Considering the whole like justification for it was to be able to afford, like was be able to get more was to be able to do more like collabs in general and give us more characters. Microtransactions? Maybe. That's like what I'm imagining, is that there's probably some sort of issue with like probably like taxes or and stuff. Like it's probably a monetization problem, I feel, which would cause it. Because like I refuse to believe that it's cheaper to literally relaunch an entire game with a server, you know, with completely new servers on top of translations and stuff, like all at once, than it is to just be like, hey, we are giving you English text if you want to be able to play our game and read it. Probably won't have English voice acting, but you know what? Knock yourselves out. Kind of deal. Like if for a game that's already existed, at least like gotcha, again, for gotcha games, for like MMOs and like other mobile games and stuff, I would say there's legitimate reason why you shouldn't do something like that. Like I've played Genshin on the European server. It can get kind of rough sometimes. Ping do be a thing. Ping do be a thing. That was a little lightning thing, each other. But yeah, I don't know. I've tried Googling it a couple times over the years, but I could never find like a concrete answer. It usually just devolves to, they want more money. And I'm like, I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure it costs them a lot of money to do that. I've seen a lot of like theories where it's just like, oh, it's because they want to like get the launch hype money. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure most of those gacha games don't recoup that money. That do that like very quickly. Because servers are actually like pretty fucking expensive. I still have a small hope and dream that they'll relaunch Princess Connect Global just themselves and not do through Crunchyroll again. Because it seems almost unilaterally, from what I understand, like Crunchyroll is the problem there. Which I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Cygames has had a decent amount of successful gotcha games for them to actually be the issue, in my opinion. But I also very casually played Princess Connect Global because when it came out, I was like kind of hell bent on something else. I didn't play it as much as I wanted to. I was in a guild with people I knew, and we were all kind of just leisurely playing our way through. Keep that just in case. You ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my motto. I'm a big fucked up. I do what I want. That's great. Hey. Usually goes back to certain main salaries anyways. Yeah. I don't know. It's always been something I've always like been curious about. I didn't really think about it too much until I played Grand Blue Fantasy. Until I played Grand Blue Fantasy and saw how successful it was. Like, for them to just do that. Well, because like Grand Blue Fantasy didn't just do English translations. They did English voice acting. Like, for their gacha game. And then now Grand Blue Fantasy has made enough money where they have, well, technically they've made two, but you know, they've made a fighting game. They've made probably one of, in my opinion, probably one of the best JRPGs I've ever personally played. Relink is, you know, I won't get on that soapbox because I'll cry again. But it's a really solid JRPG in my opinion, especially if you like the post game grinds and that kind of stuff. The combat system always just felt so good, very solid. Like their fighting game is doing pretty good because they're still pushing out new characters. So you don't generally keep developing a fighting game if it's doing poorly and not making you any money. And the cosplay scene, like Grand Blue, is, I would argue, just continuously growing because they just dropped really good fucking designs for characters that people want to like cosplay. Like, so like that always gets me thinking why they didn't just, you know, keep like why didn't they just do that again, right? Like you have a game, like they have to have that information. That's like the other big kicker, right? Like there's no way they're not tracking where people are connecting from. I got pretty lucky that the dude walked into that. So I don't know. It's just like a curiosity thing on my part, really. I still find it relatively amusing how popular the Horse Girl game got globally. I expected people to like it. I didn't expect people to like it as much as they did. Like for people who like never cause I feel like the Horse Girl game was almost like a second Genshin in the vein that I think a lot of people that didn't play gacha games like ended up kind of just falling into it. Cause they're like, wait, what the fuck is this about horse girls? What the fuck is this about like simulation racing? Like, so it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me to see what it's what it's developed in. Oh wait, that cost memory amber. I didn't pay attention to that. Yandere Horse Girl? Yeah, I saw someone. I think I saw someone talking about it in one of the other streams I was sitting in the other day. Even though the most important thing, which is also the saddest thing, because the internet decided to make me aware of its existence. And then I went to somebody I know who plays it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they exist, but probably not gonna get put in the game because they probably don't have rights for it." And apparently, in the manga slash anime, they introduced international horses, like horse girls from other countries, and the American horse girl is stacked, like just fucking ripped. And I was like, "Ooh, put him in the game." And then I was informed that probably won't happen because they are American horse and not JP horse. I mean, I feel like they could probably end up getting the rights to put it in the game. They had to get the rights to put it in the anime, but I guess we'll just it'll have to be. I don't know. Sobs. To be fair, I'm pretty sure even if they do put it in the game, I have a feeling they'd probably just get rid of the muscles again. Because Gold Ship, from what I've been told, is like pretty jacked in the anime. I've only ever known Gold Ship from the like the 3D VTuber model thing, and then the game. So I've never seen like her drawn, because I've never really watched the anime or any of this stuff. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I always found the memes amusing. But yeah, apparently there's a couple of the horses that like in the animes and stuff are actually kind of like they're ripped, but in the game they made them not ripped. I mean, I know why. It's less lines. Makes it easier when you're making the model. Still makes me sad as a muscle enjoyer. Oh, that freaked me out. I thought that would summon another one. Good old AJR, yes. I remember listening to them, like, I stumbled upon them randomly, I think through just, I think it was through Spotify. I think I was just like randomly going through some playlists. And I was like, I've never heard them before. And I was just like, oh shit, these are pretty stacked. And then I kept listening to them. And then I started seeing them, well, the same thing happened to me with Imagine Dragons. I used to listen to Imagine Dragons before they became popular. But it's one of those things where it's just like, finally, people understand their greatness. I think AJR is still like, it's kind of one of those where I don't hear it like when I'm like doing stuff. Like I don't hear their songs in commercials or like out when I'm like grocery shopping and stuff. But it's like a case of you play it, someone's generally gonna pop up and be like, "That's my boys," and it's like, yep, good music. Putting in the game is that they have to go ask about the history of the horse, any rivals the horse had, the tracks they're on, etc. Next would include all that. I mean, I feel like all of that is probably less of a detractor than the money side of things. Because the point is that with the anime and the manga, you could argue that technically the horse itself wouldn't really, like monetarily, isn't really going to do a whole lot, right? Like I doubt there's going to be a big uptake in people to watch the Umamase anime just because they're like, oh shit, there's an American horse. There might be people that have been like American, like who are in anime already, and they'll be like American Horse Girl. Sure, I'll check it out, kind of deal. But the uptake for that, like the argument for that, is probably going to be pretty low. Now you have a gacha game that people can spend money to do roles to then that also now has a global presence, like an actual official global server. That's a completely different story for getting rights to that. Because they now need, because there's gonna have to be a cut to who, more than likely to whoever owns the horse, or the organization that owns the horse, and it's just like them doing like the history part, like because I'm pretty sure, because if it's gonna be in the manga and anime, they probably would have already done the research to some degree, to because they have their because it's what they're doing, so there's probably at least a decent amount of that information like on hand. Like, would it take more work than the JP horses? For sure, right? Because you know it's different, different region. But the fact that they have a global region, they could just hire somebody, right? Like they could just be like, hey, your job is to like find out all this stuff because you're part of this global stuff. What's up, Ziffy? How goes it? Are you surviving? You thriving? Your brothers and I got hooked on them without knowing who they were, and so eventually we stumbled on Burn the House Down years later. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. I forgot there was a band that I had that happen to me recently. Who was it? There was a band. I was listening to their music and I was like, man, they have good music. And then I realized one of my other playlists because I went to go check out the like their thing, right? The artist page, and I saw a song name that I recognized and I played it and I was like, I know this song. And I looked at my playlist and it was on one of my old playlists from like years ago. Angry Stompies goes Bert. 68. One more level and we, won the game. GG. We kind of got like stuck on the color for a little bit. What you do? New character for uppercuts for an attack. But do they sit on a chair mid attack combo? No? Don't talk to me. Subpar character. 0 out of 10. I had to break it to you. They're probably never releasing a character that beats my goat and Woo. I'm too committed. Wait, I think I'm supposed to put 3 levels into that. That's awkward. I might have to redo the tree a little bit. Yep, I have to redo the tree a little bit. I need to take 2 points out of, like, 2 points. Well, 3 points technically. At this point, 2 points here, put 2 points there, put that point there. But I'm assuming the new character is the sun girl that you put in the gacha. I think it's a sun person. I don't know. I've seen some of the animations because apparently she's pretty popular. This is Donnie, Phil. He's loyal ever since. Proud and disappointed. Look, look. Bears like what they like. What can I say? Fei Xiao's still my favorite Star Rail character. They have yet to release another one that comes even close to her. That's my girl.
Hello, traveler.
Like, Zani, peak. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Alright. Now we're gonna go back into Shaman because we're gonna grab this. I don't know if we'll put like 10 points. I think we'll put 5 points into it.
Do not dwell
And then we'll go back and cap that out. To get the extra, I think it's like, what, 15% per? That's her. Yeah, I've seen some of the, some animations for shorts and stuff because she's been pretty popular. So, like, she seems alright. Like, to be honest, I think so far of the new area, I think the only character so far I've seen that I'm like, oh, I probably would have been borderline interested if I still could put up with playing Wuo, would have been Lupa, but I didn't play, so I don't have any pulls saved up. I literally don't think I've logged into the game since like a month after Zani came out. I'm slowly trying to get back into Zenless, but uh, I don't know. There's just something about playing a gacha game that isn't turn-based that's really hard for me to like keep playing long term. Granted, I say this as someone who played Genshin for almost like a year straight. But I don't know, I've been... Because Limbus Company is pretty enjoyable. I still don't really understand what the hell I'm doing in that game, but I don't know. I like the character designs. The character designs are pretty cool. The art's actually growing on me. Because the art was kind of the one thing that at the beginning, or the first time I saw Limbus Company a long time ago, I wasn't too, like, sold on. But... Which was surprising when you consider the fact that my favorite gacha game is Grand Blue Fantasy. But it's a slightly different style of, like, 2D art, right? Uh... But it's still, like... I don't know. It's been kind of fun. It's been kind of fun to watch to see, like, the videos, learn how the game works and stuff like that. Definitely not skewed by the fact that they're not afraid to put people on a fucking horse looking at you side games. How about we take Odin's horse and give it to Grimnir? How about you just make fucking Odin playable? Ever think about that, side games? Ever think about that? How about you uncap fucking Forte, make her a beast in dark, and then put her on a dragon like she's supposed to be? Limbus Company enjoyer? Yeah, it's like a bit of a recent. Do you play Zephyr? Because I'm still figuring it out. I've only been playing it for, I think, like about not even a full 2 weeks. Yeah, I haven't played it for a full 2 weeks. I still have 2 more days left on like the beginner 2-week thing. So I've been doing it for like about 10 days. You just watch people play. You should play. You should, it's on Steam. Now you can play it on your computer and phone. Multi-talented. I don't know. I can tell you that Momo sent me a like a beginner's video guide, a beginner's guide video, and like I had to wait because I was like, bro, I've been so tired these last couple of days, and I just I've been trying to I don't have the brain power to like play this game. Like if I can't just play the the game and figure it out, and I have to watch a video to figure it out, I need to be in a specific mindset for that. I had that mindset, I think it was like yesterday. I sat there and I watched that the whole video, and I shit you not, by the end of it, I was like, I probably understood like about 10% of that. It's I have to rewatch the fucking video. And there's another video. The guy has another video for like slightly like intermediate. And I'm like, and it's like the same length, I'm pretty sure, than as the beginner one. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I like the game though, it's kind of fun. Mormons? Yeah, I have Mormons installed on my emulator. The only thing that kind of threw me off from Mormons is that the English translation, which apparently when I was watching another video about it, they've stated they're working on actually doing it. The English translations are uh AI translated, like ChatGPT translated, so they're kind of bad. And by kind of bad, I mean pretty bad. Which isn't a big deal outside of like the story. So if you care about story, apparently it's a big issue. But I've heard really good things about it. I haven't installed, but I haven't actually like sat down to play it yet. I'm convinced you is nothing but a cult. What do you mean? It's not a cult. You're a cult. Look at your beady eyes. You're gonna try to sit there and tell me Limbus Company is a cult while you're running around taking people's UBs? I don't know. The lyric sounds like something a cult person would do. Don't go over there. They're a cult. We have cookies. I don't. I will say that if you're gonna do Limbus Company, do it before the. I think it's the 25th of September, because they're giving out 2.5, 2.5 year anniversary for free, like just for logging in. If you make an account before, I think it's like the 25th of September. I think if I'm thinking you get like a special 10 pull ticket that guarantees you like one of the top rarity characters, and then they give you like a 10 pulls worth of currency. So at the very least, I'd say just make make an account and accept it, and then just let it sit there. So that way, whenever you feel like actually playing it, you have resources. I do that shit all the time with other gacha games. Log in, get the like free stuff. Do I have an necrotic resistance thing? No, but I think I'm overcapped on. Yeah, we're pretty overcapped on that. And we're overcapped on necrotic resistance anyway. But we're not overcapped on poison resistance. Honey is the reason I started my life. Honey. City golden. There's all the secrets and you don't tell us so. Fucking devil, look what I saw. All around is a city gold. Ah, poor lizard.
Hippity hoppity, your is my property.
He's collecting his taxes. It's just a cruel dog that requires a hefty sacrifice. That's definitely not a cult. Make my own cult with cat curls and blackjack. I don't know. Severe lack of bears sounds could be a problem for longevity. Oh, speaking of, can someone explain to me why Zenless is introducing another two-handed hammer character? Well, not even another, just like a two-handed hammer character to their game. And it's a fucking octopus lady. And it's not a fucking bear girl. Like, can we talk about this? Like, I'm still going to pull for them because two-handed hammer lady, I am legally obliged to at least attempt to pull for them. I don't care that Kaleda is bear themed. She's not a bear, whatever they're called in that game. So it's not the same. Three of those helmets, and not a single one of them had double resistances. Load of shit. Like, I was so stoked because the internet was just like decided to make me aware that Zenless had a two-handed hammer character coming, and I was like, oh shit, don't mind if I do. And then I mean, to be fair, I don't have anything against like the octopus lady. I don't really know why they made her an octopus, because realistically her animations, because I saw the people who had like the leaked animations, they're literally, she's literally just what's his face from Tokyo Ghoul with the 4 fucking tails sticking out. That's all it is. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what they copied when they just came up with the design. Because at least from what I could tell from the animations, she doesn't use the tentacles for shit. It's just the hammer. She's just like running around slapping it. Apparently a lot of people aren't happy that they gave up on the nun aesthetic, because apparently the original Inception was she was supposed to be like a nun octopus lady with big hammer. I think mostly that's just because the internet has a thing for nuns. A concerning thing for nuns. Points that you know, the internet discovered that Sisters of Battle exist in Warhammer 40k, and that's taken an interesting turn. Tentacles offer the option of wielding multiple hammers at the same time? Well, maybe if they put it in the game, I'd accept it. But she's just wielding one two-handed hammer. If she was like the Zorro of two-handed hammers, I would accept it. I'd be like, allowed. The council allows it. I mean, to be fair though, like, I can't really fault Zenless. Like, you can't really say Zenless has a lack of designs for that, because, you know, shark, cats, then fucking vampires, whatchamacallit, octopus lady, there's a goat lady. Oh man, almost got it. Well, to be okay, like, actually, realistically speaking, it shouldn't have been like a bear girl, because Hammer, Kaleda overlap designs. Obviously not completely overlap, because they're, you know, Kaleda's like looks like a fucking toddler in comparison. But it's just the case of like, I could understand why they didn't make it a bear character, but the fact that they didn't make it like a bull character or bison or whatever, because there's I'm thinking it's like one of the friends for Ellen is one. Actual tragedy. Actual tragedy. But to be fair, you know, the other big problem is not only, all right, see, here's the issue with the octopus hammer lady, right? Not only does she wield a hammer, right? She's an octopus. As a Takodachi, I cannot not pull on the octopus character. And she has a hammer. I am doubly equally obligated, like legally obligated, to pull for this character. Or else I lose my two-handed weapon license, enjoyer license, and my Takodachi credentials. Unacceptable. So in all honesty, this character is just a low blow against me. I do kind of wish she had a different hair color though. She's blonde. I feel like that's kind of like boring. She is blonde, right? Not tripping. I need to try to remember the name. Because it's like weird. Yeah, she's like blonde. Could have been a different color. Could have made it like purple or something. Well, not purple because they did what is that one umbrella girl? I'd like purple hair. Regardless, could have been something that's not just blonde. Too many blonde characters in that game. Legally obligated to pull for Veru. I'm honestly surprised they haven't made like the primal summons what ooh, shit. Like playable. I think this is part of the reason I get kind of annoyed when they just randomly bust out like these playable characters out of nowhere that like weren't in the story. Or when they make like a story event and then they introduce a new character and then they make that character playable and it's just like you like points at all the summons that people have wanted playable forever. Bruna might be an exception though. She doesn't have a hammer. They also might not give her the octopus mount, considering the fact that apparently they're too fucking scared to put Odin on his mount. So they're gonna take their octopus mount, give it to like the MC, and then pretend that Varuna never had it to begin with. Am I still salty about Grimnir having the stupid horse? Yes. Yes, I am. Will I ever not be salty about that? No, probably not. Not until they releases a playable Odin on his fucking horse. Just saying. They had one job, and they fucked it up. Disappointment. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Oh, if that was aspect of the shark, that would have been so good, but I don't think you can get that. Yeah, no, you can't get the aspect of the shark on the affix. Sad croissant. Sad soul. That's what it is. It's a sad soul. Why is that wild transformed? That was just recovery, cooldown recovery speed. I'd use it. That's actually would be a pretty good helmet. I don't really know why I'm picking these up. It's not like we're really gonna use them. These are like superior because of the extra changes. Like I said, I was gonna go for like an hour and a half, and we're here like 2.5 hours later. It's mostly because I don't want to like finish stream, go over to Limbus Company and see that it's still on maintenance. Because I want to pull on the next banner. I must get Horseman. I am obligated to get Horseman because memes. Hey, 69. We won the game. GG, hang it up. I will say though, one thing that I'm like incredibly surprised about is that for a game that I've always heard stuff about, but it was never like but it was through like, you know, when I'm looking through obscure gacha, like, you know, I'm going through like the Reddits and looking for gachas that I don't recognize the names about, you know, for trying to find something to play. Like I've heard Limbus Company a decent amount. The amount of like actual content that YouTube has literally thrown in my face about it, from only watching it for like a couple I think like about 4 or 5 days, is kind of insane. Like the people who are making content for it are making YouTube shorts. Meanwhile, I don't think I've gotten a Grand Blue Fantasy YouTube short ever. Not even during like Guild Wars when I'm like consuming, you know, Grand Blue content for trying to find setups and stuff. Oh. If I could get that on a one-handed axe, that would have been really good. And to be honest, it's kind of one of those like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised kind of deal. Oh, I can teleport the totem with me. That's actually kind of really good. To be fair, though, I'm also not surprised. Well, actually, no, I'm actually kind of surprised that for Grand Blue Fantasy, especially during Guild Wars, I really don't get very much. I wonder if it's because the JP side uses like Twitter more. Because I'll definitely see things on Twitter every once in a while, especially during Guild Wars when people are showing their like one-tap setups. But like, I'm even getting Warhammer 40k Tacticus shorts of people doing like their guild raid runs with their teams, so people can see like ways to do it. Yeah, I think we'll just need like the 5 points, and then it'll be fine. And we'll go back to getting more. It also really doesn't help that like, so, like my two favorite characters in Limbus Company are Rodian and Otis. And Rodian has a very cute version, which unfortunately I can't like. I can get I have a chance to get it through the gacha because the way Limbus Company works is that essentially, if you've played Granblue, right, it's basically their sparking system is like all the time available, so to speak. There's a couple exceptions to that though. They have this banner typing called the Walpurgis. I think, well, technically, I think it's like German, so it's technically supposed to be the, because there's no W in German. I mean, like the letters there, but you pronounce it with the. Like trivia, it's not technically BMW, it's BMW. Besides the point, that I think you can, like, quote unquote, spark those characters when that banner is active, but when that banner isn't active, you can't. And then if it's a character version from the previous season, you can't like spark them, but you can still obtain them. So it's kind of similar to how like the Zodiac, right? Like loosely similar, right? Like the Zodiac system where you can't get the Zodiac the year after it's released. So like for the season, it's like, and the seasons are pretty long. The current season started in May. And I don't think they've yet to announce when the next season is supposed to be, which is great for me because there is a season ID that I actually want to get. I don't know if I'll be able to get enough for to be able to spark him or dispense him, whatever the fuck it's called in that game. I'm just gonna call it sparking. So there is that, and it's not permanent because you get shards when you get duplicates. So it's like the, well, I mean, it's like when you're pulling on on the banner in Grambly, right, and you're getting the cerulean sparks. It's like that, but per character, right? Like it'd be like, for instance, every time I got like a Sturm duplicate, I got like Sturm sparks instead of like cerulean sparks, and then I could use it to like get a version of Sturm. But it's not like a permanent thing, because what they do is that every time a season ends, all of your leftover character shards get you retain half of them. Or from my understanding is you retain half of the shards as usable, and then the other half get turned into usable material called threads, which is really important. So it's not really that big of a waste. And then the more, like, if you continue, I think it's like every time, like somehow the game keeps track, I guess. Like it seems like they'd probably put like a special ID on the shard itself. And if I understand correctly, the older the shards are, the less of them carry over per season. But I don't fully understand the system. And as a new player, it's like the only reason it would affect me is because I don't get enough shards to use them. Though the slight issue is like, I don't quite know if, as a new player, if it's better to just let the shards, like if you don't, like say you have enough to get like one of the not like 400, because like the pricing is different. There's like 400 and then there's 150 shards is what you need for the dispensing. And I don't know if like when the season's gonna end, if you have like 150, like as a new player and you don't have one, like a 2, like I'm just gonna call it a 2-star. I don't know what the actual terms for it is. Cause it's weird because they don't use stars, they have like O's, zeros. And like if you have enough to get one of the 2s but you don't have enough to get one of the 3s, like is it better to just lose the 75 and let those get turned into threads? Or is it better to just get the 2? And I don't know. To be honest, I feel like it's probably better to just let the threads convert. Because I think you'll only get like 20 something. I mean, like, it's kind of arguable one way or the other. Because it's like, if you get duplicates of that 00 down the line, then it'll just instantly turn into the shards. While the first time it won't be shards. So I feel like there's like a caveat for it back and forth. But I think like for the most part, you're probably better off just letting it do the convert. Because then you'll have 75 to start the next season with. I don't know, it's a very interesting gacha system. Singing in the shower. La dee, la da da, la da da. La da dee, la da da, la da da. A little more healing off of that. Fourth of July. That's why he's in my life. It's in the mirror, in the shower. That's 10% per. That's what? 12% then? Should I just get the duration one? I thought about getting the health regen granted, but the problem is that like I don't get the effect of that, so it wouldn't help me for saving. I think I'll just get the duration one instead. Alright, we'll do like another one or two and then call it. Call it and then I'll go see if this company is done with their maintenance. I do want to get like better at Limbus Company so I can stream it because the fucking mirror dungeons take a while. Like, that takes a minute. Well, it takes a minute, and then the first time I tried one, I couldn't even do a full run. Like, all the way through. I could still get some rewards out of it, but... it was, it's just, there's just so much shit to learn in that game. Which, to be honest, I don't think is a bad thing. In all honesty. I've never thought it was bad for there to be, like... You could, I guess you could call it, like, a high barrier to entry. Quotation marks around that statement. For, like, playing a game. Because, to be honest, it's really not that high. Like, if you really just don't want to have to, like, think too hard for the first while, just don't really play the game. Just, like, log in for the first, like, week or so. Look at a guide for who to pick from the ticket. And then just, like, pour all your, dump all your resources into that person. They'll carry you through, like, the first couple areas and stuff. And then you just take your time to, like, go from there. Which is kind of what I'm doing a little bit. Right, like, I'm loosely playing the game a bit from day to day. And then I'm, kind of just... when I feel like having to think more than, like, zero brain cells. Then I, you know, watch some videos for Limbus Company. Because really, even I say I watch videos for Limbus Company, but it's not like learning the game. It's literally just like playing it on the side and listening to people who know what they're talking about like whatever characters it is. And then I try to just passively absorb the knowledge. The knowledge. Woo! I hate that one. Oh, we have no longer won the game. We have lost the game.
The judges will find you.
I'm so easily frustrated. Alright, so like I was saying earlier, Rodion has, because I kind of got on the tangent about like how the dispensing system and all that shit works, but Rodion has a really, really cute, like, well, I mean, I guess you could call it kind of cute. I mean, it's about as cute as you can get in the game. Well, I say this, but Don Quixote literally has a magical girl version, which I thought was hilarious. But has a very, I don't know, very cute, like, gothic Lolita outfit that causes her to play the enemies to death. I don't know, I love the, like, kind of duality of it, because The one that I'm going to kind of like use the dispensary shit on to get is there's a version of her that's like in in like priestly clothes but throwing hands. And apparently she's just like like a borderline unkillable beast. It just makes it kind of sad because it's like the whole one of the main reasons I liked her was because her basic version has an axe. But yeah, I do want to get the well, to be fair, that'd be one of the good things where in the next season because the Don Quixote that I got was from the last season. Uh, so whenever this season ends, and the Rhodian version is also from last season, so you can't like spark it now. So when this season ends and the other one begins, I can save up to then spark that one. But definitely the first one I'll get is like the tank one, and then I'll save up to try to get that one if I don't kind of like luck out on it through pulls. Not gonna do minion void damage on anything. I don't really think the minion lightning damage at this stage is really gonna be worth a damn, honestly. Those would have been nicer like early on when I didn't have like half decent I can do poison minion build. When I didn't have like half decent idols. But yeah. I don't know, I find it really weird too though, because usually if a game, like especially a mobile game, like is pretty complicated to even just learn how to play, I generally don't like playing it. But I think I find the art style appealing. And the outfit designs are actually like pretty good. At least like I like them. There's a lot of different like IDs that I think look really cool. And like the animations are kind of cool. That I really don't mind. Honestly, like just taking time to learn how to play the game. You know, every once in a while, you're healthy for your brain to play something that takes more than like negative brain cells to play. That way you remind yourself that the brain actually exists and can do things besides, I don't know, press full auto on Grand Blue Raids. Oh, it's getting summoned because of the shrine. I was like, but I didn't hit the thing, and I'm pretty sure the other thing doesn't. Getting procced because of the shrine. The shrine hits, and that counts as me hitting the monster. I forget what was it. There was a I think it was Fate Grand Order. Aside from the fact that like when I tried it, the gacha rates were abysmal. I don't know if they've gotten better or not. I wasn't too big of a fan of like the animations for the game. I think the animations for Limits Company are a lot smoother. Well, I don't know how they are now for Fate Grand Order. They might be better than when I last played. Well, to be fair, I last played when the global version released. So it's been a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Brother Force, you're an FGO, it's still bad. Alright, good to know. But I don't know. I wasn't a really big like Fate fan. There weren't a lot of like designs that I cared for. The only character to this day, I think the only two characters I give a damn about is Gilgamesh and Cucullin, I think is his name. The guy with like the double spears. Because I once watched one of I think like the one that most people tend to watch for Fate with like Excalibur with like the invisible sword. I think like it's the one that most people who've watched the Fate like anime series, whatever, have watched. Like those fight scene animations are pretty cool. So I tried playing it and then like trying to like learn the system with like the cut and the whatever, like the different cards and shit and all that. I was just like, I'm not having it. I'm like, I'm good. Though I think the big thing is I just wasn't a really big fan of the like the way the 2D sprites looked in that game, personally. Because like I don't know, at least like early on, like for the first couple characters they did, the green, blue, red. Yeah, we don't talk about that shit around here. It's a healing skill, a debuffing skill, and a damage skill, aka Grand Blue, Grand Blue borders. The animations for like at least at the beginning, I don't know if they've gotten like better. Like for when the characters attack, just looked like somebody took a poorly animated Paper Mario. I mean, this could be considered kind of rude, but it's just how I perceived it. Like, the animations seemed very clunky, very not smooth. So that didn't really catch my attention. Most of the character designs I really didn't care for. I thought a good chunk of them were kind of whatever. Abysmal gacha rates. Couldn't get Gilgamesh, so no longer cared. Yeah. Cause that's like one of the other ones I can remember. What is it? Fire Emblem Heroes is another one that for the turn-based combat, it requires like thinking. Because you have to like position things, which is also slightly ironic because I play Warhammer Tacticus, which is on a smaller, the maps are on a bit of a smaller scale than Fire Emblem Heroes, and it's a bit less. I think, to be honest, a really big reason I didn't like Fire Emblem Heroes was like I wasn't overly sold on the, oh shit. I wasn't overly sold on the small sprites for the game. They didn't look bad, but like on the actual like screen, right? They're so small. Like when you're fighting, you can't really see much, in my opinion. But that was one of the games that I had it on my phone for I think like half a year, just constantly logging in whenever there was like pulls and stuff to be had, and kind of like chipping away at some of the events and stuff. Because I did like some of the character designs, but it's kind of another one where again it's like too much thinking. Oh, so we can see how many are left. There's one more before we do the final Mystic. Fire Emblem Heroes evolved into Yu-Gi-Oh! The text explaining what skills for the new units are takes up the whole screen. You know, I would say something about that, but as someone who currently plays Limbus Company, I can't say shit about that anymore. Some of the recent kits for the Limbus Company characters take like 2 pages. Take like 2 pages to fucking have them written out on a PNG thing, on like an actual like infographic thing. It's insane. It cracks me up. But that's an even bigger reason why I probably won't go back to Fire Emblem Heroes.
Fine choice of egg.
All I remember from Heroes is that they made new characters stronger than the last, so if you ain't have them, it was like, well, shrug shoulders. Yeah, that's always a bit of an issue with gacha games. Some do it a little better than others, but that's really rough. Wait, why do the Rogue and the Primeless the only ones that have like class specific ones? I wonder if maybe some of the unique ones that can drop from killing the monster with the passive will work. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That like the power creep in Fire Emblem Heroes started getting pretty bad, and then a lot of the content was getting geared towards it. I think this is one of the that's one of the good things with like Granblue. There's obviously outliers, right, in character power, but a lot of the power is stacked into the grid itself. So it makes a decent little baseline. And like there's obviously power creep. Like the units from these last 2 years, like there's not very many elements where like the super strong attackers aren't from recent. Like at least in these last 2 years for the seasonal events. Looking at you, Percy, in your fucking existence. Fucking let's make a buffer, debuffer, and an attacker that's like super fucking yeah, right. Fucking Percy. Look at everything else, and then he's just like a Percy, and he's just like sitting in his seat drinking his little fruit drink with the umbrella, and he's like, "I'm sorry, you said so? Didn't quite catch that. Wanna run that by me?" It's like, shut up, Percy. Sit in your corner. But the really nice thing is that, like, content-wise, like, this is why I feel like there's such a issue for Granblue and the fact that there's no right answer for how they're handling it. Because there's always a fine balance between making new and harder content for your long-term players and keeping content at a certain level long enough so that newer players don't feel like they're being left behind. Because one of the really good points for Granblue Fantasy is it doesn't matter if you're late. Especially now that they've added a lot of systems for getting your grids up and running. Because unless you happen to be extremely unlucky and you decide to start the game in a time period where, like, I would say like 4 months before they're going to release new Magna raids, then it doesn't matter. Because even if it's like a year, you're going to get your grids up and running and you're just going to be like, you're going to be fine. Because you're going to be using those grids to farm the new stuff anyway by the time it comes out. And like, the grids stay relevant for a long time. And a lot of times the characters are still perfectly usable. Like, I still fucking throw Willness and everything. Because why not? He's like one of my favorite fire characters and he's still strong enough. I have not used Zeta in a single fucking team since I've gotten her. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I think I used her for like a Siegfried once to test her out. That's about it. That's about it. Meanwhile, I have Willness just chilling. Unlike pretty much all of my fire teams, because that's my dog. That's my boy. The only reason it's not Sturm is because Sturm's the damage numbers are a little too weak for a lot of the content I want to feed. I have to be farming at the moment. I mean, I say this, but Sturm used to be the reason I could clear Tiamat Omega. Did I say Siegfried? Did I not say Siete? Oh, I'm telling you, my brain's so dead. No. I'm so tired. My dog kept me up for like, kept waking me up every like 2 hours last night, and then I get up at like, I've been awake since like 8 in the morning. So like, I guess like normal people hours. I don't like it. Feels weird. Granted, I say this like my dog hasn't been waking me up at like 9 in the morning every day for the past like week. Did we finish? We did finish. Ready. Yeah, I think I used her once in Siete. To be fair, I do think I took my fire team into Siegfried by accident once. That was awkward. Alright, this will be the last one, huh? Honestly, pretty happy with the build. The only real big issue with the build is the survivability of my character. But that can get fixed with like getting some uniques and stuff online. But yeah, I think like Granblue has been pretty good at like if you get one of the grand characters or one of the seasonal characters, except for Formal Prow, Shed's tier. Actually, no, Formal Prow is actually pretty good. Like she carries like an early person through a lot of their raids. Especially they did the Hunter x Hunter collab and they have gone. But they do a pretty good job of letting things stay usable for a long while. And then they do a really good job of like they've been doing a lot better job with the rebalances and stuff, honestly. Because I think this last wave probably the only I'd say they got like what, 3 out of the 5? Pretty good. 4 out of the 5? 3. 3? Was it 5 or 6? I don't fucking remember. But like Dark Albert, just the little changes they made them really good. Yukata Narmaya, I'm assuming, is still really good. Summer Andera was a really good change in my opinion. I'd argue she's probably like the bigger winner out of the 3 of them. She went from having like a weird setup going to like actual shit. But they usually do pretty good work on rebalances recently. I remember when like I first started playing, they first started doing the rebalances. Some of those were kind of sad. Some of those were kind of sad. Some of them made characters worse sometimes. Now you're just like, wow. Ow, that hurt. It's just, but they've done a pretty good job in recent times, I'd say, for rebalances. And then uncaps, they've done a really good job with the uncaps recently. I think the only like most recent uncap that was kind of a bit of a miss that I can recall is the one mage dude that they did for the rerun. He kind of just didn't go anywhere. I heard that it was like, it wasn't like bad. Like if you're a new player and you got him and you can uncap him, like it was good. But the fact that he's in dark, it's just like GG. If they don't make him like absurdly powerful, then chances are he's not really gonna see a lot of use. But aside from that, like Petra's uncap was really good. Alex's uncap was really good. They rebalanced. I'm saying they did a slight rebalance to Shiva for his uncap. The Grimnir uncap still kind of annoyed us because honestly, it should have just turned him into Valentine Grimnir, and it wouldn't have even been that big of a deal. Though he might be better now with the more Ogi focused stuff popping out. These changes made it even better as an option for Guild Wars. I don't have everything for ODK set up. So I could change class from Guild Wars. Oh, you, right, she was the other one. I was trying to remember, I felt like I was forgetting a character. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, usually like when they do rebalances, they either like make them like a really good character like in general, or like really good for something. Which honestly I think is a really good idea. It's probably one of the things I like the most for 7 Knights is especially if you get into the game early on. You cannot be contained, but you can be killed. there's like some people probably won't like it, but there's like specific characters that will never not be used in something just because of their passives. Like there's characters that give bleed immunity, freeze immunity, like death immunity because that's the debuff, not like an actual dying. Uh, burn immunity, stun immunity, that kind of stuff, which are must have for raids. Because there's raids where like they have those debuffs and if you don't have it, you're dying. Or it's a must have for uh for Castle Rush, which is another pretty big content. They're useful for PvP. You know, they'll have a skill that gets reused. That's a 3-person skill that makes them really good for Guild Wars. Usable in Castle Rush. Like it's pretty hard to get like a legendary character that you may not want them personally, but you can use them even if you don't want to waste a bunch of resources early and like enhancing them. Because Seven Knights kind of turns into more like Grand Blue Fantasy, where you generally get to a point where you have enough resources where you can basically uncap most of the characters you get. It's a bit of a time gate though, because they have like this extra ticket system for the rank up material, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst that I've dealt with. There's an aspect of the links for swipe. Oh no, that's aspect of the panther. What is aspect of the links? This aspect of the shark. Aspect of the boar was up here. This is aspect of the viper. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, when you use a companion ability, you. Oh, that's kind of shit. That's a pretty bad one. You're not really gonna use a companion ability with when you're playing for storm stacks. You're usually using like totems and stuff. Oh, I forget enchanting also costs amber. Uh, but yeah, so I don't think it's like a bad idea to, at the very least, give options. They've been doing a really good job of it though recently, honestly. Whoever they have working on like kits for some of the rebalances and the uncaps has been doing a really good job. I'm just kind of sad that I have Noir and I have to wait till like Guild Wars or Dread Barrage or whenever there's something win favorite that I need to OTK to like finally get to use her. Because I don't think I could really use her in a raid just because of my grid. Anyway, though, I'm like, my brain is like very much dying. So we're going to wrap it up there. Call it for stream. The bear is doing a lot better than I was expecting, to be perfectly honest. I honestly kind of expected this build to fall apart, but it's doing better because we are not that weak. We're no longer like just getting instantly one-tapped on things, so we can at least survive long enough to pop a war cry to heal ourselves back up, which is pretty good. And then the bear is still just slamming the shit out of everything. I think so far there's only been one boss, and that was one of the bosses with the Weaver thing. That didn't just like fall over when they got like double slammed, and I had to actually like kind of run around and dodge mechanics. Uh, but not bad. Again, I'm not quite sure how long we'll play this. I was kind of debating on if, cause like we're going up in levels, right? So we haven't even been staying at the other levels. But so I was debating that if it kind of felt bad while we were going through unlocking the like the timelines, that I would probably stop. But since it hasn't, maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll play this. Maybe we won't. I can at the very least say we'll play this tomorrow. I don't know if I like I would I kind of because I kind of want to start the gotcha day thing, the Friday gotcha days. I definitely want to start that with the Lords of the Fallen. And because we have Guild Wars on the 7th, the start, which is Thursday. So that means we're going to be doing Guild Wars. Oh, wait, no, that's not Thursday. You got the wrong thing. That's Wednesday or Sunday. Technically Saturday. So we're going to do Guild Wars on Saturday and Monday. Probably Tuesday. But yeah, I want to get like do the gacha because I think I have enough gacha games now that I actually want to play that I need to go through. To be fair, it's probably just gonna be like just chatting while doing my gacha dailies and weeklies. So that way I don't have to sit there and change the fucking category 20 times because I'm lazy. But yeah, that is going to be it though. We're gonna go say hi to Miru. They're playing the Blue Protocol. I would like that to come out so that way I can play it and have fun. But thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Meowsy again for the raid. I do appreciate it. If it's early day for you, I hope you have a good day. If it's late day for you, I hope you rest well. Stay safe, stay hydrated. I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, bye bye.